And welcome everyone. I am the Angriest Man in Orlando, as you can see. Not quite in Orlando. Doing a little walk and talk video just because, letting everybody know I'm still alive. Doing pretty great. Just down here in Clearwater for the weekend and just having a little rest and relaxation. So a lot of people seem to be in decent condition to poor conditions, complaining. I've heard some people say they've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in this doomsday event with the market going down so terribly right now. So had they listened to my show and heed my warning that after the first quarter everything was going to go to crap, you wouldn't have lost that all. I took a small haircut, but nothing that destroyed me or anything. As you can see, I get to enjoy some of the finer luxuries in life doing this. So let's talk about those fun 3 topics we always talk about, and I can give you a little heads up on where life is going to go. So let's start off with politics. It's been about 90 days from the president being inaugurated, and well, it's been a smash hit for me. I know some people have not been so happy, and well, tough cookies. Where's it going from here? I think hopefully in a better condition. There's still a lot of stuff to get done, still a lot of things to tweak, but I think it's going pretty well. You know, we've got the tariffs, which is a big negotiating tool to help bring taxes down for us. Not completely eliminate them. I don't see that, but they could possibly lead to a tax decrease for us, and at the very least be used as a negotiating tool to renegotiate tariffs from the other countries. So it's a resource. It's not what it's intended to be. We're not gonna try to make a ton of money and take away the income tax or anything. I don't see that happening. But certainly it's a key to be able to be used so we can reevaluate our relationships with other countries in the world. The immigration battle is ongoing. Had a few arguments over that. If you saw, Mr. Garcia is still alive in El Salvador. So the rumors that he was just brought down and killed are false. Clearly, there are reports that state he is an MS-13 member. And can you really, just put who is making these decisions aside and just look at it as we're getting somebody off the street and not looking to be brought back? So again, what's his crime? Well, he illegally entered the country. That's the crime. The reason he's being deported is he is a part of MS-13, which is now considered a terrorist group. Anyone with terrorist ties, whatever the tie may be, are then going to be deported. So ball keeps rolling on that, and yeah, there's a lot of people who are angry about this. I've been through a couple fights already, but you know, the ball keeps rolling, kids. So it's only 90 days in. I mean, what's this gonna look like next year? Holy cow, this is crazy. So we'll see where this all goes. I think the more important thing is who's up for 28. Democratic side and Republican side. how's it gonna go? What's it gonna do? Because Trump could do a lot of stuff, but if everything gets reversed in 28, then who knows where we are and what we're doing. So the political spectrum is interesting, and yes, I am actually quite near the Gulf of America. Yes, stuck my feet in the water of the Gulf of America, and guys, it's Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of whoever the hell sets foot in it. It doesn't matter. That was just a hey, let's piss some people off with this. That's all it was. There was nothing more to it. This isn't changing anything. Call it whatever you want. Nobody cares. It's water. It's a gulf. If there's a hurricane in it coming to Florida, that's the only reason you actually care outside of Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. So take those little knocks and have a full-blown war with it if you want, but they're just knocks. They don't matter, you know. So politically, it's the same old Trump story. He'll do stuff, people will complain, and some people will cheer, and things just keep moving on. It really doesn't matter if you're doing what you should be doing and listening to me. It doesn't matter who's in the White House. It could be Donald Duck if you want him to. It doesn't matter who's in the White House, because we're still out here doing what we want to do, making the money we're making, and having fun doing it. So relax, have a laugh, enjoy yourselves, and just, you know, come hang out, have some fun. So economic wise, yeah, it's been a pounding the last couple weeks in the stock market, which I said, I actually went back and watched a video in November. It stated that in the first quarter, you would see things changing. By the end of the first quarter, it would be time to pull out. Things weren't going to be that great. So I almost got it down to the day. It was pretty close. And if you followed me on X, you would have known exactly what month it was all going down. So go ahead and over to X, the old Twitter, follow me at the Angriest Man in Orlando, and I drop all the hints to success over there. So it's doomsday in the markets, it's doomsday in bonds, and soon to be doomsday with real estate. So what do you do right now? You hunker down. If you've been in it long enough, you've got a good cushion. Take some of those profits, go have yourself a nice little something or other, or just stick them in a high yield savings account. Bonds are kind of tricky right now, so I'm not suggesting them unless you are able to watch them and get yourself a good interest rate on those things. So for the safety of everyone involved, just simply take the money out. You know, if we see a 5% decrease in the stock market at the end of the year, aren't you going to be glad you had your money in something that was getting you 3 to 4% interest? I don't know. I'm just out here, you know, giving suggestions to people who want some help. I can only help you if you help yourself. But anyway, so where do I see things going? Well, real estate market for half the country is going down. So what does that mean? It means home prices are going down. The only problem is the interest rate on a mortgage is pretty much the exact same where it was, if not a little higher as of the recording of this video. Well, let's just say it's around 7% right now. So 7% interest rates for anything over 300 grand is a lot of money. So hold off, wait. The market's coming down. It's restructuring. Is it going to fully correct? I don't know. I don't see it getting as hard as 07, 08, but if somebody throws a monkey wrench into this thing, it could all go falling apart. So watch those rates, see if you can afford it. If you can afford it, go for it. This is the beginning of the restructuring. Yes, there's going to be some pitfalls. Yes, some people are going to lose a lot of money. But if you're smart about it and you watch everything, you'll be okay. It's not going to be that bad. So just follow along. Make sure you know how much you're willing to lose and where you're willing to lose it, and you should be fine. I'm trying to feel optimistic about all this, and I think it's going to be pretty good. As long as you can follow along, it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good. So, economically, yes, you're going to hear people are stressed. You're going to hear people are losing money, sometimes losing their jobs, and just give them an ear to listen to them, try to help them out. It's a little rough right now, but I think going through the summer, you're going to see even more. But by fall into winter, I think there's going to be an event. Not sure if it's a black swan, gray swan, possibly green swan, but there'll be some type of event or notice put out where people will start feeling comfortable again to be able to go spend, and they'll feel like they want to invest back into stuff. And you'll see things slowly shift back, going around the end of the way. I've been researching all these economic events that have been going on throughout the years. Birds are terrible out here. But I've noticed one thing. They seem to get shorter and shorter. So this may be a short event. This may not be a long-standing event. Remember, this is from 5 years ago when we shut the entire economic system of the globe off and then tried to turn it back on. And as I've said in previous videos, there is no way anybody knew what was going to happen when you do that. It's not just turning your computer off and turning it back on. No one had a clue what was going to happen. So therefore, you have to see what comes out of all this. It was a pretty good run up. I know a lot of people said they made money over the last couple of years, and now the downturn is coming through. And how long will it go for? Well, who knows? Well, I take my guess at it, and I'm saying that by middle of next year, it should be in a pretty good state. You just got to get through it. But in the fall, you will see an event or notice that will start bringing people back to the table and start bringing people wanting to invest again. So just ride out the storm for a little bit. Again, watch the losses, move stuff. If you have a feeling about it, go with your feeling. Most times, it's going to be pretty good. We have knowledge now at the speed of light. You can literally look up anything you want right now. So everybody gets the knowledge so much faster, therefore everything is so much quicker. And this downturn may just be a blip. So if you're hurting and you want some advice, leave me a comment on this video. I'll reach out to you. I'll help you. I'll see what I can do with anything that I can help. But just hunker down, hang in, and be optimistic. Things will get better. And for the last part, dating or societal relationships, if you want to be scientific about it. So, is the dating pool getting any better? Well, I don't know. It depends on where you are. Big markets are still kind of sluggish. Smaller markets are still kind of, they're working their way through stuff. Things are changing. And I did something wild, and I went on dates 3 in the last month or so with, let's say, liberal feminism women. We'll say that. So they were all pretty similar and they were all pretty different. So similarities were they were in their mid-40s, their kids were all of age, and they all owned a home, and they all loved to travel. Differences were, one was claiming to be a conservative. I believe most of her views were conservative, but some of her actions may have been different. But she was a conservative. I will see it as a conservative person. One was a liberal, and one was a self-proclaimed feminist. So, as you can see, I'm alone here. Dates didn't go well, but I think I may have learned something from it. Yes. And I think what we can learn from this is dating is in a really messed up part right now. But with who's left, I think if we just simply adapt to how things are going, things will get easier. I am not saying to just blow up your whole moral system and go date somebody you would never even talk to. No. But what I'm saying is, you can always just try it. See what happens. They were very pretty women. Very, very nuanced in the ability to get their lives in a really good position. I mean, they weren't broke people or anything in that sense, but they had their lives together. They were pretty smart, like I said, attractive, and I don't know what you could say other than this. Try dating, try going out. Like I say, physical meetups are going to be a lot better than the dating apps. The dating apps are still terrible. More and more people are leaving every day. The stocks are still going down. And I think people are now getting out there and getting feels on how to get back into society. A lot of people have a hard time just interacting with even regular people. Never mind if you're trying to do a dating or social interaction. So have patience with some people, but know what you're looking for and specifically put out what you're looking for. I think that's another thing that people don't quite get put into a positive way. I see a lot of profiles that still I don't want, and it's more, what do you want? And be honest with what you want, because that's the only way you're going to know if somebody's really there to be that type of person for you, or whether they're not that being anybody at that point. So, or whether they're just being there to be there. So it's an interesting time, and certainly I say enjoy it, live, go have fun, take a little time away from stuff. That's what I did. This is why I'm bringing the video back, so everyone knows I'm alive, everything's still going well. But take a little time away, put the Reddit down, put the Facebook down, and just go and have some fun. That's all I gotta say right now. So, friends, don't even stay angry. Just stay living. Hope everyone is doing well. As always, feel free to comment, share, and join me over on X with the Angriest Man in Orlando. And I'll be doing another video soon, so stay tuned.